Hello, race fans, and welcome once again to the Virginia iRacing League, where it's round number 11, the Bert Duffy Excavation 140 All-Star Race, coming to you live here on Rice Motorsports TV. Man, I tell you, we're about ready to get beaten and banging here under the lights here at Martinsville Speedway. And now this is a non-points event, but we'll go ahead and run over some of the regular things that we normally do. First of all, let's give a shout out to our sponsors, as always. Thank them for their support. That would be Bert Duffy Excavation, Adaptive Driving Experience, Impact Auto Repair, and SRM Design, the official paint shop of Rice Motorsports TV. Now we'll go ahead and let's go ahead and take a look at the standings. Even though we won't be getting season points tonight, Bert Duffy, he's in the lead at 135 points, clear to their Ashton Rice. Matthew Fitz is in that third position. Clay Rice fourth. Ron Walters up to fifth. Terrell Rice in the sixth position. And look on down the order, see where your favorite driver is. And you see, as you can see, there have been several folks on the move, moving up the order here. And so we'll see how things pan out here tonight. And we got just a few minutes to go before we get to the qualifying session. Let's take a look at the race info out there tonight. Boy, it is a nice 85-degree air temperature, winds only 2 miles an hour. Track temperature 88 degrees. Of course, it's in the late model stock series. Now they'll be doing individual qualifying, and we'll be following everyone's progress as they get out on the track tonight. They're running 50% fuel, 3 sets of tires. The set they start with plus 2 additional sets, 3 green light checker attempts for 140 laps at this 0.49 mile facility. And as always, thank you for joining us here on Rice Motorsports TV. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Click that notification bell so you'll know every time we go live. And let's see, we got a little bit of time left, so before we get into the qualifying session, actually we only have about a minute. You know what, I think we're going to go ahead and roll into that, and we'll hear from our sponsors after we do the qualifying. So we have about 30 seconds to go before we move into the qualifying session here. Let's see who's on track. Let's go find somebody on track. There's Keegan Tabor, and a lot of guys running throwback paints tonight. And he's currently fastest on the charts here tonight with that 19.896. I might run trading paints again too, just to make sure. I think that's what he's running though, because that looks like a custom paint. So I'm pretty sure that's the right one there. Bert Duffy, 75 machine, second quickest, 19.961 for Duffy. There's the 115 there, John Casaza. Now the guys, they're running custom paints tonight, some throwback paints, so you may see a different number on the car, and we're just letting them do that tonight. And he's actually the 115, but whatever number you see on the car, that's just that's who they are tonight. Currently fourth quickest with a 20.014. Now one of our regular, this is the sub driver for Harold Rothway. Harold's not feeling under the weather, and we'll give a shout out to Harold, man. Hope him and his wife feeling better, man. I tell you, and not able to race tonight. I know he hates not being here, and but we got his sub driver out there tonight. He's 13th quickest at the moment, 20.245, and it looks like we actually have a few more minutes to go, so we'll go ahead and run a few commercials here and hear from our sponsors. We'll be right back. And you're watching the Virginia iRacing League here on Rice Motorsports TV.
At Impact Auto Repair, we offer automotive repair from gas and diesel engines and transmissions to brakes, tires, and regular maintenance and service. The winter months are approaching fast. Please don't hesitate to call, text, or email us for help to get your vehicle new tires and undercoat for maximum protection. We also offer tow truck services to get your vehicle to the shop and fixed as fast as we can. Thank you all for the support.
Are you in need of excavation services? Book now to get on the schedule. We would love to work with you and get you where you need to be at the right price. All excavation needs: residential, commercial, house sites, driveways, septic systems, all types of foundations, lot clearing, stumping, emergency 24/7, water breaks, sewer breaks. Thank you to everyone that supports us. You all are what keeps us moving.
Okay, folks, we're back here with the Virginia iRacing League, the Bert Duffy Excavation 140 All-Star Race. Checkered flag is in the air, man. It is time to go qualifying here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring Matthew Fitz. He's one of our admins. I'm going to bring him up in the booth with us. And hey, Matthew, Tony in the booth, you got a copy?
Hey, Tony, how you doing, sir?
Yeah, man, and so we're going to have you up in the booth with us, and so I guess whenever you're ready, go ahead and send the guys on out there, and we'll see what they do out there tonight qualifying.
Absolutely. We will go ahead and get it started for tonight. Go ahead and take a look. We'll go ahead and get into our practice, and we'll probably start with just our fastest qualifiers. Ron Walters, you are ready for qualifying, sir. Please make your way out into the track and inform us when you're done.
And I see Ron, he's making his way out. Ron, he's been a real crafty driver this season. And I tell you, it's always exciting to see him racing out there. You know, we've seen him kind of adjust his driving style here and there, and you never quite know what to expect with Ron. And I tell you, he's definitely out there to put on a good show, and so we'll see what he does out here tonight. Coming around to finish lap number 1. Or here we go. Crossing the stripe. Let's see what he gets there. Starting off provisional pole 20.025. Let's see if he can pick up on that. Turns 3 and 4. Trying to improve on that 20.025. Let's see if he improves his time. And yes, he does. The time to beat, 19.930 for the 99 there, Ron Walters.
Thank you, Ron. Next up, Paul Bojaniak. Please make your way out on the racetrack for qualifying, sir.
Good to see Paul out there tonight. And He's waiting for him to get in his car, I think. And he should be coming out any second. And let's see. Well, he's not in his car yet. Hopefully he's getting in it and should be hopping on any second here now. And
number 3, Paul, go ahead and make your way onto the track when you're first available, please. Sometimes you got to give them a reminder. They're not paying attention.
And we do have a couple other folks already on pit road there. Bert Duffy, Keegan Tabor, they're sitting there ready to get going. I hope he's not having that, man, because, you know, we had an issue with his mic last week, and I hope he can hear you. You know what I mean? Because
oh, absolutely.
we had an issue with that last week, and you know what? If we give him another few seconds here, if he doesn't get going, we'll go ahead and send somebody else out, because it doesn't seem like it's almost acting like he doesn't hear you.
Oh, will do. All right. Keegan Tabor, you are ready to qualify. Can you please make your way on the track?
Let's see if we can lock in on Keegan here. There he is. He's at the end of pit road, and oh, and now I see Paul. Oh, Paul is going out. He's already out there. He was a little late getting going, so go ahead and tell Keegan to hold up, because Paul, he's actually on track now.
Keegan, actually, I belay my last. If you could hold on 1 second, we'll get right with you.
Paul Bojanic now sliding through turns 1 and 2 there. Coming out of turn 4. Oh, for a minute I thought he was headed to the wall. Got that first lap in, and right now he slots into that second position, 20.219. Trying to improve. Coming out of turn 4, completing his qualifying run.
Gentlemen, is that better? Can you hear me? I think there's an issue with some of them hearing me.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. Okay, and now he's third quickest, and let's see, where is, I wonder if, it looks like Keegan Tabor actually went on out. He probably didn't hear you when you were, told him to hold up and stuff, but right now he's P2, and he proved his time, but not his position, almost 20 seconds flat, 20.008, so it looks like Keegan, he's done as well. So we've got 3 drivers down now. I guess whoever's you want to send out next.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I'm going to try to do some typing and see if that works.
You think they're having trouble hearing you through the iRacing chat?
Possibly, and I'm not really sure. I haven't had any issues last night, so you know how iRacing and everything gets sometimes.
Oh yeah. So who are we sending out next?
Next, we're going to go ahead with John Casaza.
Yep.
John Casaza, if you can make your way out onto the racetrack, you're ready for qualifying, sir.
And we'll see. There's John. And, you know, he had like 3 paints he was trying to decide on which one to run, and he elected this one for this evening.
It's always fun playing dress up for the the old school cars. You know, it's just like paying tribute to the history coming before us.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Coming around, completing his first qualifying lap here. Now he'll slide into that third position, 20.090 for John Casaza. Now completing his qualifying run here. Let's see if he improves on that lap time. And let's see. And unfortunately, he did not improve, so he'll remain P3 at the moment there. Now, all the AI cars have already done their qualifying. Is there any other human drivers there?
Yep, we still have Bert Duffy. Bert Duffy is up next, so I'll go ahead and call him out. Bert Duffy, you're ready for qualifying. Please make your way out on the track, sir. This is interesting. I'm learning my voice. This is the first time I've done race stewarding, so.
Oh, okay. And,
so it's fun to try something new.
Absolutely, man. I tell you, we just started doing this in the league. For those of y'all watching out there, and we just started doing the live qualifying. And now that's a good test. That apparently he did hear you, so he's getting going now. Bert Duffy making his way out. Sponsor for tonight's race, Bert Duffy Construction. Getting ready to come around now and start his qualifying run. Coming down to the stripe. Clock is now running for Bert Duffy. Coming out of turn 4, careful. Touch that wall and it'll eliminate that lap, but I think he got a clean lap in there. Yes, he did, and P3 at the moment, 20.040 for the 75. Trying to see if he can improve on that lap time and position. Closing out his qualifying run, let's see if he moves up the order here. Unfortunately, he did not improve. Oh man, 20.178 was his second hot lap. So right now he'll remain in that P3 starting position.
All right, and I believe I'm the last one out.
10-4. Okay, we'll go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and put you back down with the rest of the guys, and in the warm-up, you guys hang out in there as long as you want to, and if you want to advance it, you can go right ahead. So good luck. We'll talk to you later.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Tony. Bye.
Okay, that's Matthew Fitz, folks. He's heading on out onto the track here. He's probably getting in his car as we speak. There he goes now. 00 coming around, taking the green flag. Let's see what he does to complete his first hot lap here. Lap number 1 complete, and P6 at the moment, 20.285 for the 00. And now coming around to wrap up his qualifying run, trying to see if he can make up some spots here as he crosses the stripe. Does he move up the order? Unfortunately, he does not. He improves his time though, 20.226. So that will do it there for the qualifying. So that'll bring the qualifying to an end. And so now we'll see that they'll probably go ahead and advance the session because everybody's ready to get racing. So we did pretty good time-wise there. We still had plenty of time to go, and hopefully they will go ahead and advance that session over. And while they're doing that, we'll go ahead and take another quick break here from our sponsors. We'll be right back. You're watching the Virginia iRacing League. It's the Bert Duffy Excavation 140 All-Star Race here on Rice Motorsports TV.
Are you in need of excavation services? Book now to get on the schedule. We would love to work with you and get you where you need to be at the right price. All excavation needs: residential, commercial, house sites, driveways, septic systems, all types of foundations, lot clearing, stumping, emergency 24/7, water breaks, sewer breaks. Thank you to everyone that supports us. You all are what keeps us moving.
At Impact Auto Repair, we offer automotive repair from gas and diesel engines and transmissions to brakes, tires, and regular maintenance and service. The winter months are approaching fast. Please don't hesitate to call text or email us for help to get your vehicle new tires and undercoat for maximum protection. We also offer tow truck services to get your vehicle to the shop and fixed as fast as we can. Thank you all for the support.
We are back at North Wilkesboro, North Carolina, where the field is rolling out for the start of today's 400-lap race on this .625-mile racetrack. And just as the field comes around turn number 4, the sunshine peeks through, helping warm things here. Bill Elliott leads him down. Benny Parsons on the outside. The green flag flies, and the first Union 400 Winston Cup race from North Wilkesboro is underway. Everybody nicely through turns number 1 and 2 as Bill Elliott has the lead and Dale Earnhardt has jumped into second position, followed by Benny Parsons and Bobby Allison. Oh, here we go. It's just about to go away. They bump coming out of turn 4. Earnhardt gets the lead. We had just heard from our spotters that Neil Bonnett. Is on his last lap. This will be his 24th career win. Dale Earnhardt wins the first Union 400 at North Wilkesboro.
Okay, folks, we're back here, and we're about halfway through the warm-up session here, and I think some of the guys, they want to get out there and turn a few more practice out to make sure they have their, it's a fixed setup, but they, there are a few, 2 or 3 little settings that you can adjust. There's all different kinds of adjustments, actually. You can make those adjustments in the setup, the fixed setup, steering ratio, and things of that nature, brake bias, and then you can also have adjustments on your own steering wheel. If you want to adjust force feedback, strength, and a couple little things here and there to fine-tune those settings, and get the right feel that you want for the race. And let's see, we got Keegan Tabor. He's out there, and I do believe he got the pole position. We'll look at that once we get ready to do the lineup here. Now they'll be racing straight through the race, and in the past we've had the break at the 50% halfway point of the race, but we will be racing straight through, and what that will do, obviously, that will open up some green flag pit stop situations. Unless maybe a caution should come out, we'll see what happens. Guys getting out there, getting some final laps in before the race starts. We have about 30 seconds to go before we get to the race session. It's interesting. I tell you the truth, I would have thought the AI cars would have went out there, but maybe they don't go out there doing these warm-up sessions and whatnot. So we'll probably won't see them until we actually hit the race session, which is about less than 5 seconds away. and now we got the checkered flag in the air, folks. Man, it is time to go racing. Waiting for the silver to roll over here. Now the cars will start lining up. Reset, and here we go. Everybody starts lining up on the front stretch there. Now we're gridding up, and now that's strange. I tell you, every week we've been seeing something weird happen, and I don't know why, but I don't see any of the AI cars. But you know what? That's okay. The show will go on anyway, and don't see any of them out there yet. But we'll take a look here and see, and we'll look at our starting lineup. I don't know what happened to the AI cars. That it's something strange going on there. So we'll just have to roll with it, and it is what it is, And but let's go ahead and look at this starting lineup here. And actually, Ron Walters got that pole position. Keegan Tabor was starting second, Bert Duffy third. Fourth is John Casaza. Fifth, Paul Bajanic. Sixth will be Matthew Fitz. Clay Rice starting in the seventh position. Eighth will be Ashton Rice. Ninth, Sarah Oliver. It's showing these other drivers. Let's see. Oh, you know what? That other Ron Walters is really not supposed to be out there. That AI driver, we'll have to DQ him. And we have Greg Moore in that 11th position. It's calling out the names of a lot of AI cars. I'm seeing these drivers, but yet we don't see them on the track. And so we'll have to figure out what's going on there. But we'll just play it by ear here, and I think next time around they'll get the green flag. Now this was another slight change we did. We were doing the heat qualifying before, and to tell you the truth, I have no idea why the AI cars aren't out there, and so I think I may have an idea of why they're not out there. So we have to. But I thought that would not be an issue, but apparently it is. But we're not going to worry about it. Pace car should be coming down on pit road. There he is now, waiting for that green flag.
Green flag, green flag.
And we got a green flag, and we are racing here at Martinsville. Ron Walters off to a good start there. Bert Duffy right there in that second position, followed by the 3, Paul Bajani. Look at the 74, Keegan Tabor up on the high side. Paul Bajani now trying to get underneath the 74. He'll move into that third position. Ron Walters, he continues to lead. He's got a couple of car lanes, 2 or 3 car lanes there on the 75, Bert Duffy. He'll continue to lead as we start lap number 3. A little further back there, John Casaza, he's in that 6th position, chasing the 74. Walters, that gap now almost half a second. Bert Duffy, now we saw these two, they were battling, I believe it was at Richmond. And I remember Ron Walters, he was talking about how he had switched up his driving style a little bit, trying to preserve those tires. It's a long race out here tonight. They have 140 laps. They do have 2 additional sets of tires. So we'll see how things go here. And he gets a little loose there. Duffy trying to get down on the inside, challenging for that lead position. He tucks in behind the 99 once again. Ron Walters holding on to that lead position. Now starting lap 7 of 140. And those two have checked out. Matthew Fitz now into that third spot. That's interesting because his paint scheme looked different than that the last time around. Paul, when we were watching the qualifying, Paul Bojanic in the 4th position, 74 there, Keegan Tabor, now ahead of the 115 there, John Casaza, running the 61 paint scheme. Bert Duffy still trying to run down the 99 there, Ron Walters. Now, obviously, these guys have a lot of track to work with. Then, as it's obviously not that congested, and so they're all able to really run a good line here. Matthew Fitz riding on board with Matthew. Well, I tell you, this could really make for some very long green flag runs here, folks. Be interested to see how their tires hold up under this situation here. A lot of good non-stop racing going on. Keegan Tabor, he's still managing. These three are running close together here. Keegan Tabor, John Casaza, now in that 5th position. Paul Bojanic dropped back to the 6th spot there. Walters, he's up front, gap now just about 0.8 of a second. He's keeping the 75 Bert Duffy at bay. Matthew Fitz, that gap is still pretty wide there, 1.8 seconds. He hasn't closed the gap just yet. Gap still maintaining around 1.7 seconds there. Behind him, it looks pretty clear as well. Well, a nice gap between him, Keegan Tabor. He still has John Casaza in tow there. John staying right with him. Paul Bojanic not too far behind Casaza. And that gap really has come down now, 0.3 of a second. Bert Duffy, he is definitely closing in on the 99 there of Ron Walters. Duffy getting a bit closer there. Now, who knows? Now, he may follow him for a while here and studying the 99 and figuring out the best place to make a move here. Got a message here from, we'll look at this message. I got a message from Keegan a little earlier about his paint scheme. But boy, I tell you, look at Bert Duffy getting super close to the 99, trying to apply more pressure. Ron Walters, he is remaining pretty smooth though as they come off of turn 4. And he remains in that lead position there. Anyway, going back to Keegan Tabor, I got a message from him saying that this paint is actually a Dale Earnhardt Sr. paint that he ran a late model in New Hampshire. So classic paint there being run there by Keegan Tabor. Ran by the elder Earnhardt back in his late model racing days. And he continues to stay ahead of John Casazza. Casazza is sticking with him though now. Who knows, he might be pacing himself. We're on lap 23 of 140. And tell you the truth, the guys, they may be happy that there isn't a whole lot of traffic out here tonight, because you know how things tend to get at Martinsville. Who knows, this could be the cleanest race in Martinsville history here, folks. Up ahead of him there, Matthew Fitz, he's still in that third position, but man, that gap is now 3 seconds, and he is losing a bit of time to Bert Duffy. Duffy still in that second position. And he is still, it's like he's got a rope tied to the bumper of the 99 there, Ron Walters. And he is just keeping pace with the 99 as we're now on lap 25. Running some very consistent laps there. We'll see what kind of speeds they're getting. There he is coming off turn 2. I'm sorry, that was turn 4, my bad. Did I see 107? I was looking at something else there. Let's see what he does down the backstretch here. Yeah, about 108 there. I think we saw him on the backstretch. And looks like I think he also hit 108 there as well. So Bert Duffy definitely, getting along with the program here. Like I said, they both have put a lot of separation between them and the 00 there, Matthew Fitz. But he's running pretty smooth here at the moment. No pressure at all. 3 seconds between him and Keegan Tabor in that 4th spot. John Casazza is doing pretty much the same thing that Bert Duffy is doing. Duffy is just kind of hanging on to the bumper of Ron Walters. John Casazza doing the same thing with the 74 car. And John, he was working with the paint in the Trading Paints feature where you paint the cars in that app. And had a good time going over some paints and showing him some easier ways to preview his paint. Because he was telling me that he was going in and loading a session, and that was the way he was looking at his paint. But those of you that may not be too familiar with painting, in the new iRacing UI, you can actually go into the paint shop there and bring up that car and just have that. If you have multiple windows, that would help. But you could have that on one window and just leave that there, and then you can work on your paint and upload it to your car. You can, it'll update in the preview there, and it's a lot quicker when you do that. Meanwhile, up the front, Ron Walters, well, he is turned on the afterburners a little bit here, folks. Now a full second between him and Bert Duffy. Duffy was trying to apply pressure a little earlier, but that old Sly Fox there, Ron Walters, he is really staying smooth. He's got that car dialed in tonight, folks. And so far, so good. He's turning some good laps. Now on lap 35 of 140, it'll be interesting to see where they decide to pit. How far can they go on 50% fuel in the race? So it's obviously going to be some green flag pit stops, and you got to be able to do that as well. Get in there and hit your marks. Don't overshoot your pit box, and pit crew do their thing. Matthew Fitz still running clean air. Keegan Tabor, oh boy, he really has John Casaza now on his tail. Oh, it looked like he might have tapped the wall there just a little bit. Casaza trying to maintain that pressure. And boy, now you're really getting, trying to get in a little closer to the 74. Trying to pressure him into a mistake as well. Not so much just trying to pass him. But you can tell if a guy's being really smooth, that number one is going to make it difficult to find a way past because he's not making any mistakes. And sometimes your best bet is try to apply some pressure and maybe pressure him into running a little wide. Now, he opened the door there a little bit that time, but Tabor manages to hold on to that fourth position as Walters continues to try to chase him down there. I'm not Walters, but Casaza. Meanwhile, Ron Walters, he is maintaining that 1 second gap between him and Bert Duffy. And they're actually getting close to Paul Bojanic. Bojanic may actually end up going a lap down here. Now they're 42 laps in. So I'm kind of guessing somewhere between 50, 60 laps. I would almost expect to see them to start coming in at some point. So I'll have to make a mental note to self. This format that we used tonight, obviously it did something and it kept the, oh, a little blink there for Duffy. Obviously it kept the AI cars from being on track, which could be a blessing in disguise here. Ron Walters, you see him closing in on the number 3 there, Paul Bojanic. Now, fortunately, he's got a little bit of real estate between him and the 75 Bert Duffy. So when he, if and when he catches the 3 car, hopefully he can navigate past Bojanic safely and quickly and get on down the road. Boy, he's getting super close here. There he is. There's Bert Duffy. And Duffy sees them about to have an exchange there of positions. We'll see what happens. Walters down on the inside. He scoots on past the 3. They're making their way through the turn, and looks like he'll get on past. And that'll be Bert Duffy's turn. He's got to make that pass stick as well. Taking a look down at, oh, you know, it's funny from a distance, they look almost like identical cars. Their paint schemes are very similar. But Bert Duffy, he does get past. And so now he has to try to see if he can get back up there and catch the 99 there. Ron Walters. Keegan Tabor, meanwhile, he still has John Casaza. He actually put a little bit of space between him and Casaza. Now lap 49, as they race down the backstretch. We're starting to get a little bit closer to what would be considered the halfway point, lap 70, but we will not be having a competition caution. We will just keep on racing through. So Walter's doing good to keep Bert Duffy at bay. So as they race along, and we'll take a moment here from our sponsors. We'll be right back. And you're watching Virginia High Racing League. It's the Bert Duffy Excavation 140 All-Star Race here on Rice Motorsports TV. Okay, folks, back to racing action. There's Paul Bajanic, first driver in. Green flag pit stop for the number 3. Now, unfortunately, he had already lost 1 lap, so this will probably put him a couple more down. I'm imagining he'll probably lose a couple of laps at a short track like this as he makes his way around to his pit box and hits his marks there. It looks like he's getting tires and fuel. We'll see what kind of pit stop time he gets here. Right side's on, left side's going on. He's down and well, he's down, not away yet. And oh no, I hope he didn't get a speeding penalty. He might have got a speeding penalty and being held. So, oh no, bad news there for the number 3 as the rest continue to race here. Ron Walters not showing any signs of pitting just yet. Bert Duffy, that gap keeps fluctuating. Now it's about around to a second once again. And boy, they are 61 laps in. And man, poor Paul Bajanic, he's still on pit road. I don't know if that was whatever pit. Looks like he's done now. He's on his way back out. But man, that was a long penalty for the number 3, unfortunately. That put him, oh my goodness, he's like 7 laps down. It doesn't take long. There's Matthew Fitz. Currently, he's still in that 3rd position. And still, none of the other drivers have opted to pit just yet. Ron Walters seems to be doing pretty good. And the way that car is handling, boy, I tell you, he's seems to be doing okay. He must not be getting not working the tires too hard. Now I'm wondering, would this be, I can't remember, this might be Ron's 2nd win of the season. I want to say that he won at Richmond. I have to go back and check that. But I do believe he may have had a win at Richmond. nice and smooth lap after lap here for Ron Walters. And we do see some Matthew Fitz coming down pit road. Only the second driver to come down pit road, pitting here on lap 66. Making his way down to his pit box here. Now hopefully he didn't get any kind of a speeding penalty or anything. Now, of course, we expect him to maybe lose a couple of laps in the process. But hopefully that'll be about it. And then, of course, it will cycle around when he gets back out there. And whenever the leaders are finished, left side's going on. And that was a bit of a long 23.2 seconds. Now, you know, the pit stop times for these cars aren't going to be like the NASCAR cars. You know, these guys, they are a little slower, I believe, on the pit stops. So that's probably won't be looking to see any 14-second laps or 14-second pit stop times. Ron Walters, boy, doing a great job holding on to that 1 second gap between him, Bert Duffy, Keegan Tabor. He's actually opened up the gap between him and Casaza. Matter of fact, Fitz, he's not on the lead lap. Fitz is a couple of laps down from the green flag pit stop. So he's a couple of seconds ahead of John Casaza. And we are now at the halfway point, lap 70 of 140. Ron Walters rolling right along here. Walters currently in that 5th position in the standings. Bert Duffy, that gap now over 2.5 seconds, 2.6 to be exact. And man, I tell you, this is something that they're going this far. I wouldn't have expected them to go this far on the original set of tires. And at the pace, at the rate that they're going, they probably really only need 1 set. Now we saw that if you were watching us yesterday, you know, the Full Throttle Next Gen Series, they kicked off their 2024 season at LA Coliseum, and it's short. That track is even shorter than Martinsville here, and some of the guys there actually had extra tires as well. So if you're really smooth, yeah, you can really make these stretch these tires out. Now here he comes down on the pit road. Bert Duffy pitting from the 2nd position, making sure he got down to the pit road speed so as not to get a speeding penalty. And they're definitely coming in one by one here. Matthew Fitz still a couple of laps down, and you'll see him, he'll be going around. Duffy now in his pit box. Tires and fuel for the 75. And now Matthew Fitz, he needs the 99 of Bert Duffy to pit so that he can get back on the lead lap. He'll cycle around. And boy, I tell you, as far as these guys went, they'll probably go to the end of the race on this set of tires. They obviously have the fuel. They went this deep into the race. That was a 23.6 second stop there for Bert Duffy. But man, Ron Walters getting past the number 3 there, or trying to anyway. And oh, careful. And he just does clear Paul Bojanic. They're not battling for position. Bojanic's a few laps down. But boy, I tell you, Ron Walters putting on a clinic in tire management. He is just continuing to do a great job here. Really going along well here at Martinsville. And he has got to, you know how they say sometimes you just get in the zone. And boy, I tell you, Ron has got to be in a zone here tonight. This is amazing. He's coming around to start lap 80 as he crosses the stripe. As good as that car is feeling, now you would think the fuel, he has to stop at some point running 50% fuel. Who else? Somebody just came in. That was John Casaza. He's making his way down pit road. At some point, Ron, he has to stop at some point, right? Casaza on his way down to his pit box, and that would pretty much leave Ron Walters. And by him staying out so much longer, when he does get back out there, his tires being a lot fresher. And right now, Keegan Tabor's actually, and you know what? He did not take tires. He just got fuel. He is feeling pretty darn confident about those tires. He did that to maintain that gap. Ron Walters is actually still your leader. Bert Duffy is now actually stuck 2 laps down because Ron Walters did not take any tires, so that made his pit stop a lot less, and Duffy wasn't able to unlap himself. Keegan Tabor, he also has yet to stop as well, and he is now in the lead lap. Now he may end up, he's going to end up going a lap or so down, but this could be interesting. He might go a couple of laps down. It may end up being a battle for the second position between him and Bert Duffy, because right now him and Walters are the only 2 on the lead lap. And man, that is amazing with Ron Walters getting with the program and continuing to go with just that original set of tires. 10.8 seconds between him and Keegan Tabor. And that's Paul Paganik directly behind him. Tabor's a little bit further back down the order. Bert Duffy still in that 3rd position, and that's a battle for the final podium position. Him and Matthew Fitz. Now Fitz, he pitted on lap 65. Duffy pitted on lap 74. And you would think his tires are a little bit fresher there, but look at Matthew Fitz battling with the 75, half a car length on him, and he's going to get that 3rd position as he moves ahead of Bert Duffy. So Matthew Fitz now, he was a ways back earlier in the race, and I see Keegan Tabor making his way down pit road. Finally pitting his first time down on pit road here on lap 89. So now he's going to lose a couple laps. Man, he's going to fall right into that battle, I think, with Fitz and Duffy. And Casaza, he's also 2 laps down. So right now, Walter could possibly have a lock on the victory here tonight. You just got to stay out of trouble. Here's Tabor now coming around to his pit box. And so now he lost 1 lap. I think we just saw some of the leaders go by there. Tires and fuel for the 74. Still in that 2nd position. Oh, and here I think Matthew Fitz is coming along now. And there's Fitz right there. He's going to take over the 2nd spot. Bert Duffy right behind him. Tabor, he is exiting pit road, so he'll be on the same lap as them, but maybe about half a lap behind them here on lap 92. Ron Walters, no problem. And now he's going to come in. He's not going to, I guess he's getting the feeling now he's not going to be able to make it to the end of the race on that set of tires. He's got a 2-lap advantage, but they're all going to end up back on the same lap once again, but he will have those fresh tires. This may take him to the very end of the race here, folks. Supreme strategy going on here for the wily old veteran there, Ron Walters. Oh no, he didn't get close enough to his pit box. He had to scoot forward just a little bit. Man, that could be a little costly. Now you see that Fitz, he's leading now. He's on the same lap. He just passed him. You can see on the timing tower, he's starting to make his way around. coming out of turn 4. Left side's going on for Ron Walters. He's exiting pit road. There's the 99 Matthew Fitz. And boy, I tell you, that is Ron Walters right in front of him. Man, that was close. He got in and got out of pit road just in time to stay ahead of the 00. Ron Walters got in there and got his pit stop done. But now it's Walters, Fitz, Duffy, and Casaza, and also Tabor back all on the lead lap once again here on lap 95. Matthew Fitz, that gap not too far back, 2.6 seconds, and Bert Duffy in that third position, once again resuming his battle with John Casaza in that fourth spot. Let's see, John, he pitted on lap 79. Duffy pitted on lap 74, so Duffy might get a little bit of a tire disadvantage as Casaza tries to work in on him there. And that's Matthew Fitz in front of those two, so this could end up being a three-way battle here for position as they're all starting to run very close to each other. Matthew Fitz right there, he has a little bit more space between him and Duffy than Duffy does and John Casaza. And all those three battling each other, that is going to help Ron Walters as that gap now 2.4 seconds. Walters, he is running right along here. Matthew Fitz in that second spot. And he's gained 4 spots since the start of the race. And shout out to Matthew. He had to jump in at the last minute. He is one of the admins for the session, but normally that would be Harold Rothery. And like we said at the beginning of the show there, Harold feeling a little bit under the weather, just not feeling well enough to race, and so Matthew stepped right in. Now he's got Bert Duffy, man. They're really starting to close in here a little bit. Now 40 laps to go. Lap 100. Walters has just turned here. Now, well, I tell you, we saw Matthew, not Matthew, but Bert Duffy and Ron Walters. We saw them go well over 60 laps before they came into pit. And I think now these guys might end up coming in one more time. This boy, I tell you, there's a little bit of unknown going on here. It may not be many of them out there tonight, but wow, I don't know, this thing may not be clear cut here. Ron Walters, he is kind of running away with it right now, but so he pitted on lap 92. He was the last one to pit, trying to stretch that gap as far as he can. That first time he pitted, he got fuel only, did not get any tires. And only a handful of laps later, he decided to come on in and get his tires. Now, that might have been a strategy just to split up the process, you know, get the fuel first and then come get the tires. And he did have a gap of 2 laps there to the rest of the field. Of course, now they're all on the same lap, with the exception of Paul Bojanic there. But I tell you, man, let's go back with Bert Duffy. And Duffy right there with, he's gotten past Matthew Fitz. John Casaza now trying to work it close to the 00. There's Keegan Tabor. Keegan, he's in the 5th position. He's the last car on the lead lap. Ron Walters is about 8 seconds behind him, but he's about 8 seconds behind Casaza. So he's basically on the other side. He's on the other straightaway. When they're on the front stretch, he's on the back stretch. So he would have a little work to do. Now he pitted on lap 88. he stayed out. He was the second longest runner to stay out, you know, before pitting. All of the guys on the lead lap, they all pitted only one time. And that's weird. It says that Ron Walters pitted once, but he did pit twice. He came in, got fuel, a splash of fuel, and headed back on out. And then came around and pitted again. For some reason, timing and scoring is only showing him as pitting once. So I don't know. What's going on there. But anyway, I tell you, man, this is going to be very interesting to see how this works out. Ron Walters, there he is now coming out of turn 4, getting ready to start lap 110. So 30 laps remaining in tonight's event. Bert Duffy in that second position. Matthew Fitz and the Casaza running third and fourth. They both got past the 3 there, Paul Bajanic. Keegan Tabor on the back in the 5th position. Unfortunately, he's just out of position right now. He can't, you know, they would need a caution. And right now, obviously, because it's so few of them out there, the chance of getting a caution to bunch up the field, ironically, that's what he would need just to get back up there with him. I think he would have the pace to hang with him there. And what could have been, and what still could be, because, hey, it may be a handful of cars out there, but that don't mean that we can't have a caution. So. And these guys, they're staying as racy as they've always been throughout the race. Ron Walters 3.2 seconds ahead of this group right here. Matthew Fitz trying to draw a bead on Bert Duffy for that second position. Move up one more spot on the podium. Careful putting that power down. Looks like they're all having some fun out there. John Casaza, he's trying to hang on to those two. Good throttle control there. Now, of course, some of these guys have raced for years in real life, actually. In fact, several of the guys out here, Ron Walters, he's a real-world racer. Bert Duffy races. I honestly do not know if Matthew Fitz has done any real-world racing. John Casaza has. And I'm not sure about Keegan Tabor, but he definitely has speed on the track. He just has a bad position at the moment. Paul Bajanic, he's still racing along. He's a few laps down. But, Paul, he never gives up. He always tries to get to that checkered flag. And, boy, now we're less than 25 laps to go, 23 to be specific. And about to be 22. Well, no, they're on the back stretch. Next time you cross the stripe, it'll be 22 laps to go. Now the question is, are these guys, is anybody going to have to stop? Maybe not necessarily for fuel, but just maybe are their tires going to hold out till the very end? Walters right there, nice 2.8 second lead ahead of Bert Duffy. Duffy, he's a good 8/10 ahead of Matthew Fitz now. He's opened up. Boy, look at Matthew Fitz getting a bit of pressure from John Casaza. Casaza taking a little peek down on the inside, trying to see if he can find some room. As they go door to door, Matthew Fitz fighting hard to hold on to that final podium position. Casaza, boy, he sees an opening there. Fitz keeps opening the door, but Casaza can't quite get through there. He's trying to see if he can get a little bit closer. Trying to get off the corner there as well as possible. continues to try to put pressure on the 00. Bert Duffy, meanwhile, he's comfortably ahead of them. 18 laps remaining. Matthew Fitz desperately trying to hold on to that podium position. So far, doing a great job of keeping a hard charging John Casaza at bay. Oh, and Casaza gets into, and that is the caution that Keegan Tabor needed. Casaza gets into the 00 there. So caution here with 17 laps remaining. Let's go back and take a look at that on the replay. And here they're coming down. That's the front stretch. They're heading down to turn 1. And I think Fitz, he did run a bit wide. Casaza probably carrying a lot of speed, but there was not going to be, the angle wasn't going to be right, and he was a little too far back, and that right there, that was never going to work, and just got right into the 00 there. And but I think they both are still running here. Everybody's down on pit road. Here comes your leader there. Actually, it's let's get that sorted out. Now, Keegan Tabor, I don't think he's the. Did Ron Walters stay out? I think he did. He stayed out on track. I thought he did. Okay. Timing and scoring is getting itself sorted out. Everybody else down on pit road. You know, oh my goodness, this could be. Ron Walters could find himself a little bit of a sitting duck here. Everybody getting tires and fuel for what is obviously going to be a blast to the finish here. This is basically going to be a sprint, like a heat race here. All these guys coming in and getting fresh tires. Ron Walters electing to stay out. Now, I don't know, maybe he feels he hasn't been pushing his tires too hard. Well, now time will tell. Now Duffy moves into position. Or was that, who was that? There's Keegan Tabor, Ron Walters. Who's directly behind Ron? I think that's Paul Bajanic. He's not on the lead lap, so I'm thinking he'll probably get shuffled to the back when we get to 1 to go. There's second place Tabor, Keegan Tabor, well, I tell you. And now he's moving on up now, get in position behind Ron Walters. Drivers getting themselves sorted out here. Boy, there's Bert Duffy moving into position here. John Casaza right there behind the side. Looks like he'll be starting on the outside of the 75. I imagine they'll be getting the 1 to go this time around. And Matthew Fitz back in the 5th spot. So man, how things have changed. Well, I tell you, this is going to be interesting. What is going to happen with Ron Walters here? All these guys with these fresh tires right behind him. What can he do with versus those fresh tires? Man, poor Ron Walters. I'm a little worried for the 99 driver there, folks. I don't know here. He has been really quick and had very good pace, very smooth. But man, he can't leave anything on the table now. It'll be 16 laps to go when they get the green flag. He's holding the field down.
Green flag, green flag.
And he gets a good start. The restarts are on the leader. He catches them sleeping at the switch there. There's Bert Duffy. He squeezes past the 74. Look at Casaza trying to get up there and get past the 74 himself. And trying to get down. He gets up on the apron there just a little bit. Matthew Fitz, he's going to try to squeeze by once again. He gets inside the 115 there of Casaza. And oh, here these two again. Boy, now they both have fresh tires. Will Casaza try it again down on the inside? Bert Duffy super close now to the 99 Ron Walters. Look at Ron Walters fighting that 75 car with those fresh tires. Ron knows that, hey, I can't preserve anything now. Whatever I've got, I'm just going to have to use it up to try to get to the end of this race. Bert Duffy throwing everything he's got at him, folks, trying to get up there. And it looks like Casaza did get past Matthew Fitz. And where is Matthew running? He's still running there, yeah. And we stay green. Those two, that was a nice pass there, Casaza. Here we go, watching them race here, and Casaza must have run wide, and oh, Fitz blinked out there a little bit. Where'd he go? Oh no, he just lost. He just blinked, and I guess when he finally came back, John Casaza ended up in the position ahead there. Man, bad luck there for the double zero. I think he's still on track though. Yes, he is. He's now in that 5th position. And oh, we got us a caution here. And let's see. And I think it was Ron Walters, folks. Oh, Walters got turned around trying to get, you know how tight it is here. You got to do that 3-point turn, either that or just spin up the tires and whip it around that way. So let's go back and see, man. Now holding at 11 laps to go, I believe. So let's take a look here. There's Ron Walters with Bert Duffy right there behind him. Keegan Tabor in that 3rd spot in the gray car. Here they are going down into the turn. It's turns 3 and 4, I believe. And oh, did he catch the 8? Oh my, he might have caught that curb. That curb upset the car. He's already in trouble. He's starting to slide already, I think. It might have got a little bit out of shape, and the 75 didn't have had to kind of squeeze down on the inside of him, didn't really have anywhere to go, and oh my goodness. And so Walters, and no real heavy damage, just I think he did catch that curb just a little bit. So now this is going to change as well, because now Walters, he'll come down there and get fresh tires, so he'll be pretty much equal with the other guys. In fact, his tires will be a little bit fresher too. They all pitted on lap 124. And now here's Walters making his way around to his pit box. Of course, being under caution, he doesn't have to worry about losing any laps or anything like that. So now tires and fuel for the 99. Now he'll be at the back. He'll be battling with Matthew. He only took right sides only, 11.2 second stop. And he probably needs those right sides more than he does the lefts. That'll help that car turn. So Ron Walters coming around, gearing up for a battle to the checkered flag here. I think it's, let's see, who's at the front? It's Bert Duffy, I believe. Timing and scoring, getting itself sorted out here. He'll be leading them back to the green flag. I think they'll be getting the one to go next time around. Oh man, that Bert, did he blink there a little bit too? I mean, I tell you just never know. And I think the lights are out on the pace car. They'll be turning in next time around. Keegan Tabor up on the high side there. Restarts are on the leader. John Casaza back in that 3rd position. Matthew Fitz on the high side of row number 2. And there's Ron Walters back there ready to pounce should anything go wrong up the front. Here we go, folks. Pace car down on pit road. Restart is on Duffy. He's holding the field down. He drops the hammer and he's going. Got a car length or 2. Here comes Casaza down on the inside trying to get past the 74, and boy, this is going to be Here, things are going to get real tight here. Casaza trying to find a way past. Look at Fitz on the high side, trying to get around Casaza. And, oh man, he switched up right behind him. Casaza runs a little wide. Matthew Fitz door to door, going down the backstretch. He clears Casaza. And Casaza gets him again.
Flag is out.
And that is the second time John Casaza has gotten into Ron Walters. And let's look at the replay here. And that is I don't know, that was a slam dunk. He got run over that time. I mean, they've been battling, having some good battles out there and stuff, and coming down into what is turn 3 there, and you know, that driver in front, they can take that corner whatever speed they want, you know, and Casaza just did not adjust and just plowed right into the back of him and sent him right on around. So man, I tell you, that is some tough luck there for the 3 machine there. I'm sorry, the 00 there, Matthew Fitz. Bert Duffy, he's still up at the front. Keegan Tabor there, John Casaza. Now they're making their way around, and I think they'll probably have one more lap to go. Oh, and somebody, there's Bert Duffy, he's blinking. Paul Bajanic, he gets a lap back. But that he was, now he's 3 laps down, I think. It'll be 3 or 2. The last couple of cautions, he wasn't involved in them, so I think he did get a lap or 2 back before. So now they'll probably be getting the 1 to go next time around. Bert Duffy, Keegan Tabor, boy, remember he was a good half a lap behind Don Casaza in that 3rd position. Now Ron Walters, he has made his way right back up there. Here they are now lining up. There goes the pace car coming down on the pit road. Duffy once again will try to get another good restart. And they're not all quite side by side. Looks like Ron Walters laying back a little bit. Duffy, he gets a good start there. Look at Casaza. He's down on the inside of the 74, trying to get past Keegan Tabor. Tabor up on the high side. And oh boy, here they go. Casaza not quite clear. The 74 fighting back on the high side. Here comes Ron Walters as well. Now 7 laps remaining. And Casaza, and he gets down and oh no, and he collects a little bit of a,
Yellow flag.
now that was things getting a little heated out there, I think, folks. Casaza showing a bit of he's gotten twisted up metal there and stuff. Matthew Fitz is he in the lead? He's showing in the lead. And oh boy, while we get this thing sorted out, man, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back. It could be a very hectic in here. You're watching the Virginia iRacing League, the Bert Duffy Excavation, a 140 All-Star race here on Rice Motorsports TV. Okay, folks, we're back here holding at 6 laps to go. Bert Duffy, he'll be leading them back to the green flag. Ron Walters in the second position. Matthew Fitz third. Pace car down on pit road.
Green, green, green.
We got a green flag. Here we go. Cross the stripe. Now 6 laps remaining. Bert Duffy finds himself in the lead there. There's Ron Walters and Matthew Fitz in the third spot. John Casaza fourth. Keegan Tabor in the 5th position. Now 5 laps remaining. Duffy trying to hold on. Paul Bajanic down. He's just exiting pit road, so he had to pit right before they went green, unfortunately. Duffy trying to hold on. Ron Walters in that second position. Matthew Fitz. Now 4 laps to go. Now 3 laps remaining. Boy, I tell you, they're nose to tail here. Looks like Bert Duffy trying to hold on now as they race down the backstretch. They're 1, 2, 3. Casaza, he's battling with the 74 there. Keegan Tabor. 2 laps remaining. And now the white flag is in the air. Bert Duffy, where he's opened up a little bit of a gap. Ron Walters, he's staying ahead of the 30. is he's not going to be close enough to really catch the 75. Duffy coming around out of turn 4 to the checkered flag. It is going to be Bert Duffy here tonight with the win at Martinsville. Boy, after what seemed at first looked like it might be just a long marathon turning laps, boy, things got really heated in the second half of this race. Duffy, man, when the smoke cleared, Duffy was right there at the front with the victory here tonight at Martinsville. And I hope he didn't run out of fuel or anything. It looks like he's just parked it right at the start-finish line there. So let's go ahead and get the guys in the winner's circle here. Let's see. Matthew Fitzy, he finished third, so we'll move him winner's circle. There's Bert Duffy. We'll move him on up. And Ron is up. Where is Ron? Ron usually hangs in a different channel. I don't even see him. There he is, Ron. We'll move him on up there, and we'll jump on down there with him. Okay, folks, we're down here with your top 3 finishers: Bert Duffy, Ron Walters, and Matthew Fitz. Hey, Bert, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Boy, y'all made that thing real exciting after the second half of the race, man. For a minute there, it looks like Ron was just running away with it. And then a few cautions later, and the way the laps were and stuff, and you guys are right back in it. Man, I tell you, like they say, it's never over till it's over, man. Congratulations on the win here tonight.
Yeah, thank you. I definitely needed the caution for sure, but I think right there when I got under Ron, me and him both talked about it during the race, and I think it was just a racing thing. He was trying to hold me down to keep me behind him, which is understandable. And when he kind of got sideways, I tried to back off, but just wasn't enough. And we talked about it, so we're on good terms with that. So for everybody watching, just so they know. But yeah, it was a good race. I'm glad. I wish that me and Ron could have dueled that out a little better, but it is what it is.
10 from anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, you guys for putting this on, all the sponsors and Clean Racing. I mean, these guys this league's fun, and we're all competitive with each other, so it makes it really fun. And yeah,
10-4, man. Well, congratulations again, and we will see you next week.
Thank you.
Hey, Ron, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Tony.
Man,
how you doing?
I tell you, man, I was saying, man, you're the wily old fox out there tonight, and man, I tell you, you were handling your business in the first half of that race. I mean, you had those guys cold, man. Almost a 2-second gap there at the front, man, and I don't know if it was a caution that just closed up the field or what, but man, what a strong run tonight. I almost got back there for the win, man. But congratulations on that P2 finish.
Yeah, well, thank you, Tony. Yeah, I think I led the 130 laps, but those laps don't matter. You got to lead that last one.
That last one.
And, I think if the longer the run went, I think the faster I was getting ahead of everybody else. But on the short run, I knew I had to stay in front of Bert because he was too good on the short run. I wasn't going to be able to get around him, and I tried my darndest there that last 10 laps, but I couldn't get nowhere close to him. I couldn't even touch him.
Man, so this is one of them situations where you like old tires and tires that are worn, got to do that like a long run specialist there, huh?
I practiced some yesterday, and I stumbled across a little driving line that I can get fast laps and good tire wear. I heard the other guys talking about the tire wear. I run maybe right at 90 laps, still had 72% on the right front.
That is something, because we were looking at like, man, he has, like, I was telling the folks in the audience, like, well, he's got to stop at some point. If anything, he's going to run out of gas, so we know he's got to stop at some point.
Yeah, that's why I didn't pit till I had a lap left on gas. And Yeah, when Bert, we got together. I was trying to pinch Bert down. I knew if he got around me, it was going to be over, and so that was my fault there. I was trying to hold him under, keep him from getting under me, but that was good racing. We enjoy it. We're a good group of guys here. We have a lot of fun racing together.
10-4, man. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
You guys for putting this on, Tony, and I enjoyed the throwback weekend. I saw the good-looking cars out here. Enjoyed seeing them.
Absolutely, man. I tell you, and man, we got to give a shout out to Harold. He's feeling under the weather, and I know we know that he had something special planned, but we're gonna get him. Yeah, we're gonna get him to run that in another race anyway, because we definitely want to see that, and we want to want him to be able to do what he wanted to do out there tonight.
Yeah,
and
he wanted to have something to tribute to his father there. So I was disappointed he didn't get to make it out.
Absolutely, but we got plenty of more racing to go, and so I'm sure we'll see him back out on track real soon here. But man,
well, hopefully this P2 helped me in points a little bit, anyways.
There you go,
not
man.
a win, but
well, congratulations again, and so we'll see you next week.
Thank you, Tony.
And hey, Matthew, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing, sir?
Man, I tell you, and the last minute jumping in with the admin stuff, man, and appreciate that. But man, what a race, man! I guess after a while you didn't know how that thing was going to end.
To tell you the truth, I had no idea. I was kind of thankful for some of the cautions. Obviously not thankful for some of the others. But yeah, it was just a rough race. I feel like everybody had my number tonight, and I was just in survival mode. I was trying different lines. I was downshifting. I was like doing whatever I could just to kind of find some speed, and I just felt like I just never caught up. But it was a blast. It's always fun racing with these guys. It's a good group of guys. It's I came in this league trying to learn how to, or not learn, but sharpen up my short track skills, and I think these guys are definitely helping me do that. So.
Yeah, 10. It looked like you're a quick study there, man, and you're getting the hang of it for sure, man. But congratulations on that third place finish. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
I should probably actually give more apologies than shout outs tonight. Just some of the moves I was throwing. But, sorry to, John and everybody else I seem to get into and throw some moves on. But, short track race in Martinsville, if you're not angry by the end of the race, or did you really do it right? Want to give a shout out to you, of course, for always putting on, a couple leagues that I run with you. Shout out to everybody that comes out. Shout out to my team. Couldn't do it without any of you guys. So thank you very much.
Man. Well, congratulations on the podium finish again, guys, and good racing out there. And we will see you guys next week.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
And okay, folks, man, I tell you, well, that'll wrap things up here, and let's go ahead and take a look at the results here. And of course, we have Bert Duffy. He was your winner there at round Walter. Second, Matthew Fitz finishing out that podium finish. And like I said, I don't know what happened to the AI cars. I think I have an idea, but we'll get that fixed for next week. But I tell you, man, that was a heck of a race. And so now we'll be heading. This coming Monday, we'll be going back with the Twisted Chassis Truck Series. It'll be the final race of the round of 12 and at Talladega Super Speedway, so you won't want to miss that. And then next Wednesday, it'll be the first points race for Daytona and for the Full Throttle Performance Next Gen Sim Racing Series. And then we'll be back here next Thursday for the Adaptive Driving Experience 120 here with the Virginia iRacing League. So for all of us here at Rice Motorsports TV, we want to wish you a pleasant evening.